Yes, people, big up your damn selves each and every time. I see a couple people in the chat already. Big up your damn selves, man. Like yours, Black Prince in the building. Big up yourselves, boys. People, please do me one favor. Smash that like button. Subscribe if you are new. And hit that notification bell so you know when I'm going live. I will be going live regularly from now on. Um, and I had to talk, man. I had to talk, people. I don't know how long I'm going to be here. I think there will be a few guests joining me just to have their say as well. Um, big up Mizzy. He's got a golden cinnamon digestive. I've never even heard of that before. Rotted. Big up yourself, Mizzy. I see Jay in the building. Manish, Mr. London, big up yourselves, people. Make sure you smash that like button for me, people. But yeah, I just needed some therapy, man. I don't even know if you lot are gonna agree with me. I don't know. I haven't even scripted out what I'm gonna say. I just know I can't do this anymore. I can't do this anymore. I have been as patient as possible for as long as I could. I truly have. Like I have been. I think most people who watch Kopish will know just how patient I truly have been with this manager. And what's been happening this season. But that whole situation that happened with like the draw against Leeds, and then like some of the quotes that I've heard, that tipped me over the edge, man. That really tipped me over the edge. Like I can't do it anymore. Um, I'm looking at the situation that's unfolding in front of me. And I think the thing that's annoying me more than anything is that the standard of the football in the league this season is absolutely dire. It is dross. I haven't enjoyed any football match in the Premier League period from an actual quality and overall skill level. Yeah, I've enjoyed a couple of the games from an entertainment point of view, the tennis, the back and forward, all that kind of stuff. Don't get me wrong. But I have never enjoyed a game where at the end of the game, I'm like, oh, the quality was high in that game. That was like high level, high octane football. No, the quality of the Premier League is dross from everybody, from league leaders to 20th place. Dross, absolute dire, boring, shitty football. And if Liverpool had just been 60% what they should be and what we're capable of with the squad and the players that we have, we'd have walked this league. I promise you, we would have walked this league like we were meant to, like we did last year. But no, Slot wants to change things. And I get it. He was allowed, he earned the right to be able to change things and want to play the way he did. But when the change isn't working for this long, we're at the halfway stage now. And I think that's the reason why I've lost my tether, because I was trying to hold patience when it was 5 games, when it was 10 games, even when it was at 15 games. I'm trying to hold my patience. We're at the halfway point now. We've played Leeds twice. Like we're officially at the halfway point where now we're playing the same teams all over again. And it's back round now. We played everyone. What am I watching? Leeds took 4 points off Liverpool in their debut season back in the Premier League after promotion. Are you absolutely fucking kidding me? Are you absolutely kidding me? They have taken points from Liverpool in both games. 4 points they've taken off us. Are you out your mind? Are you out your mind? What is going on here? What is actually going on here? Like I'm done. I'm fed up. I can't be bothered anymore. I'm at my wit's end. So for me personally, guys, it's slot out now. It's slot out. Big up Scouski. No, bro. We've only gained 2 points, bro. I'm saying they've taken 4 points off of us because we've drawn both games. Remember, we're supposed to take 6 points off of Leeds, my bro. When we play Leeds, we're supposed to take all 6 points in the season, and they've taken 4 of the points off of us. We've drawn both games. We've only gained 2 points. Madness. Leeds United, with all due respect, Leeds United. Mad. Absolutely mad. 2-0 up in one of those games. We gave Leeds their first clean sheet of the season. Their first clean sheet of the season was Liverpool at Anfield. Liverpool at fucking Anfield was their first clean sheet. Are you insane? And I've been dwelling on it for 24 hours. And that's why I'm even more wound up now than I was before. Because I'm like, nah, you got to be kidding me. You've actually got to be kidding me. And then I thought about some of the games. We've lost to fucking Nottingham Forest. We've lost to Man Poo United. Oh my days. Palace. Fucking Crystal Palace. That dross. Oh my days. I'm just thinking about some of the defeats. PSV. Battered by PSV. It's all like now that I'm on the wrong side of history now, like it's all just flooding into me, like all the bad results and what those results represented and who the teams were. The only game I can actually give a blight to this season for the drop points is Man City, because at the Etihad we normally lose there even when we're great. Even Chelsea, they've just sacked their manager because they've got so much going on, and we even let them beat us. Yeah, it was at the Bridge, fair enough, but we even let them beat us. Oh my days. He's got to go. But he's not going to. And that's the thing that's really bothering me, that he's not going to. He ain't going anywhere. We're not going to get rid of him. So what is this season going to become? What actually is this season going to become, people? Do you know what he said in his press conference? One of the things he said, usually we concede in games like this. He's trying to put a positive spin on not conceding a set piece against Leeds United. What? What? And now, do you know what's crazy? Yeah. I'm looking at the transfer window. We are an hour and a half away from the third. There should be a player already at Liverpool. We are in such a desperate situation. We are all over the place. Things are so dire. We've got no backup centre-backs at the moment. Yeah, I'm hearing some rumours that Gomez might be back in training, light training or whatever. But we know what it's like with Joey. We know we can never tell whether he's going to be back for a day, a week, a month, or the rest of the season. Like, we just don't know how long he'll stay fit for. We've got 2 fit centre backs and we haven't already got a player through the door. That Fulham game we should be going into with our debutant defender on the bench. We should be going into that Fulham game at the weekend with a debutant, because by the time we play that game, it will be the 4th or the 5th, right? By the time we play that game, we should have already had a signing through the door. What are we playing at? What are we waiting for? What have you been doing for the last few months? And again, that a lot of that stuff isn't even anything to do with Slot. Obviously, that's the hierarchy. That's Hughes and them, man. There. What have they been doing while we haven't already got action going? We've been linked loosely with one young defender from Bruges, who a lot of people have told me is a good player. So I'm not gonna get angry at the links. But I don't know him. He's a nobody, and maybe he won't deal with the pressure. Who knows? We should be going for an established player. I know January is a difficult window to move him, but if you want to do what you want to do, and if you want to be who you need to be, you have to act accordingly. It should be the level of a Schlotterbeck. That is the level of Gahey. Those are the type of players. More of a guarantee that it'll work. Less of a risk. It might not work as well in the long term. This new guy we're bringing in, he might be an absolute G, and in 2 or 3 years, we're like, oh my days, do you remember that time when we bought that centre back? Now look at him. He's a legend at the club or whatever. Who knows? But that's a lot of what ifs. I'm talking about trying to alleviate as much risk as possible. And while trying to alleviate as much risk as possible, we should be going out right now and buying an established centre-back to come into Liverpool to help to get things moving, to keep us more secure in case we have a problem with an injury, whatever it is. And yes, there's a whole month left, but I'm sorry, Liverpool should be proving that they're on it by already having shit done. Isak got injured 2 weeks ago. What is the plan to help the forwards for the rest of the season? He's not coming back. The earliest we're going to get Isak back will be March. Will be April or May. The season's over by then. The earliest we're going to get him back will be April or May. The season ends in May, and by April, you know what I mean? The business end of the season, we might even be in any competition for it to matter. We could be out the FA Cup by then. We could be out the Champions League by then. Don't matter. So you have to look at it like he said ain't coming back for the rest of the season. Who are we going to bring in to bolster the attack? No links with any forwards. No movement. Doesn't look like anything. And yes, sometimes Liverpool move a bit out of the blue. But a lot of things in football are quite hard to keep secret these days. Most of the transfer we made during the summer, even, there wasn't much secret around many of them, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong, but the Verts one, that was a couple of weeks worth of a saga. Maybe saga is the wrong word because the saga normally drags out for like weeks and weeks and weeks, but it was still a few weeks with Verts. It was the whole summer with Isak. It was a few weeks with Ekitike. We were linked with Ekitike from the beginning of the window. And then it was about a week or two after strong links. I'm trying to think, like, you know, maybe Leone was the only one who kind of came out of nowhere, and then with a few days it was done. But that's a young kid that nobody cared about, regardless of the talent. That was an easy transfer. So I'm just thinking, who are Liverpool actually looking at? Are we looking at anyone? There doesn't seem to be any rumors, there's nothing. So we're gonna get halfway through the window and 3 or 4 extra games played that we could have done better in if we'd have brought in help or whatever. What is the point of buying youngsters? Slot doesn't play youngsters. Name me a player. Name me a young player that Slot has truly given an opportunity to. Look how talented Rio is. Look how talented Trey Leone is. He hasn't given them an opportunity. He hasn't given them an opportunity. So if we get another youngster in, how do we know he's going to trust that young player? He doesn't seem to trust young players. The other player that we bought, the Austrian kid, here we go, you know. We got an here you go today for a 17-year-old. The man just took his GCSEs or whatever else. And here we go. That's the type of signing we shouldn't even know it's happened. And then we just hear through the grapevine, oh, you know, we signed this kid into the academy. What, is he coming in to be a first-team player? Are you mugging me off? 17. He should be going out alone or into the academy. About here we go. Are you mugging me off? I can't take it anymore, man. Everything's rattled me now. Now I've got to the point where I'm slot out. Everything's rattled me. I've just been thinking about all the problems, all the issues, all the things that's gone wrong, just everything about it. And now I'm just like, nah, this is bang out of order. This is bang out of order. Whatever the club are doing right now, or whatever they think they're doing, is bang out of order. You are mugging us off as fans. You are taking a piss out of our lives. You are making us have to wait another season before we can accomplish anything. And yes, we did just win the league, fair enough. So we ate in the summer, right? But you shouldn't make us wait an entire year before you even look like you're making any effort. The problems are staring us in the face. What is different between what we're seeing and what they're thinking? Honestly, I'm trying to figure it out. What is the difference between what we're thinking and what they're doing? There's a lot. Because they ain't doing shit and we're thinking about everything. So there's a problem here. There is a massive problem. Big up to all the new people that are jumping in. Big up your damn selves. I can see some new faces and some old faces. Appreciate you all. Big up your damn selves. Big up yourself, brother. Says, bless you and your family, Drift. Big up yourself, man. We need a top DM 100%. 100%. Big up yours, man. Says, Drift, I'm telling you, if we lose my boy Rio because of slot, I swear I'm going to crash out. Bro, I don't think we'll lose him, but it'll probably go out on loan. He might get a bit disgruntled. Do you know what I'm saying? Okay, a little bit of positivity from UC Big Up says, frustrating, I know, but when you see this 17-year-old, you will get the signing. Okay, so I'm guessing you must know a little bit more about him then, bro. Fair enough. Slot 123, big up yourself, G said Drift. They don't want to spend any more money. They don't want Slot to spend any more money. But bro, if that is the truth, my brother, get rid of him. Get rid of him. Big up yourself, Pav, as always, man. Happy New Year, bro. And Happy New Year to everyone as well, man. Big up your damn selves. Big up Clark. I see you, bro. Yeah, if they don't want to give Slot any more money, get rid of him then. Isn't that the number one sign you don't trust him if you don't want to give him any money? So if you don't trust him, replace him. Replace him. Man, big up Kane. Kane says, his friend was at the last game and the fans are leaving on the 80th minute. Do you know how much it takes for Liverpool fans to leave the stadium early? We are one of the least likely fan bases to ever do that kind of stuff. We stand on business when it comes to backing and supporting our team. So for Liverpool fans to be walking out early is mad. That just goes to show you just how much everything is tapped at Liverpool right now, that the faithful are leaving with 10 minutes to go. Mad. Mad. Worried about the Fulham game, my bro? Oh, I'm petrified. I'm petrified. We ain't winning that game. We ain't winning that game. And I'm trying to figure out just exactly. I see Slot 123 said that they're waiting on the right man. Who's the right man? Who is the right man? Is it Alonso? So what? We're waiting on another team to sack a manager who clearly isn't doing well enough for them, so we can have the sloppy seconds. Huh? Remember, this is the same manager who rejected us as well, which is the reason why Slot is here. Yeah, that sounds great. Bringing a man who didn't even want to be our manager before, regardless of whether he's got a legacy or he's got legendary status at the club as a player, he rejected us to go Real Madrid. And now what? We're going to bring him in. How do we know he'll even work at Liverpool if he's failed at Real Madrid? I mean, it could work. Of course it could. I'm not saying I don't think Alonso's a good manager, but what I'm saying is we're waiting for sloppy seconds, yeah? Is that what Liverpool have become? We're the type of team that should be going and ripping the manager from under the feet of whoever he plays for because we're that shit. And we're like, you know what? Boom. Here's 10 mil or whatever it costs to buy him out of his contract. There we go. I mean, I know no one can do that to Real Madrid. They're probably the only club in world football that's like ranked that much above us that, like, you know, if there's a manager there, we can't do nothing about it. But that's besides the point. We're going to wait on it. And what if they don't sack him? Then what do we do? What's the contingency plan if they don't get rid of him? What if he turns it around and he wins something and they keep him? Then what do we do if we're waiting on Alonso? And you know what's annoying me even more? There's a bag of scrubs in football right now. Yeah, there might be some that will do a better job than what Slot is doing right now. But I'm not going to lie. We are looking at a world full of scrubs right now. An absolute world full of scrubs when it comes to managers. Name me a manager good enough to actually be Liverpool manager right now. There ain't many. There ain't many at all. So I'm even worried about that. Are we going to make the right decision? I guess Slot won the league. We didn't think he could. That was the right call. Got to trust the process and all that bullshit. But I tell you, this is a madness, an absolute madness. I'm going to take a pause in my rant to bring in my brother. I can see he's at work. Well, go on, G. Big up your damn self. Gaz is in the building, people. And the old schoolers will know exactly who this is. Big up yourself. What's good? What's good?
How you doing, mate? All right?
I'm not all right, but I'm glad to see you.
Yeah, I think. Let's not talk about football. Let's talk about something else. Women's volleyball right now is on the up. The Brazilian national team. Listen, I could watch that for hours. Football right now is just not it. You know, I've never ever, in all my time being Liverpool sport, I've never ever been that bored with football. Literally, I just feel like I want to see Ronaldo. I want to see R9. I want to see Batistuta. I want to see Recoba. I want to see Maldini. I feel like football's changed so much now. Like, if you don't score from a set piece, no one really cares. I'm bored of it. I'm actually bored of it.
Those days are long gone, my bro.
I tell you, like, when you can actually express yourself now.
That good again, bro.
Now it's like, oh, you can run 20 kilometers, great, but you can't pass, you can't dribble, but you can run 20 kilometers. Let's get them in. I don't know. I feel so disillusioned with football right now, especially after. You know what it is? It's. Imagine if you and your missus go out for your 10-year anniversary and you have the best day. A week later, you're arguing. It feels worse because you've had such a high. Bro, we had the best transfer window possibly any team's ever had. And we've got worse. How? After winning the league? Wait. We won the league. We spent all that money and got better, and now we're worse. It does not make any sense, bro. It's not logical. There's no logic to it. And it's a bit like our football in a minute. You know what it is? If we lose or we play badly, but you can see the teams trying to play a specific way or you've got patterns, then I can kind of get it. I just don't know what we're doing at the minute. If someone said to me with a gun to my head, what is Liverpool's style of play? I don't know. It's like maybe bitch after the game about offsides, or We didn't set up to play against a team that plays directly against us. What are you talking about? How can your manager say that?
Have you seen what he said about the weekend, the midweek game against Leeds, bro? When he said, "I'm glad we didn't concede because usually we concede from those situations." Against Leeds United, bro.
That's what I mean. This guy's acting like you rolled up to the Parc des Princes and played against PSG in the Champions League final. This is Leeds United, you know?
Like? That would be like if I came to you, at work, and was having a conversation. I was like, "All right, bro, do you want to know what's crazy? See, on my way here, this 12-year-old started on me, bro. But you know what? I didn't get beaten up though. I got away still. But you probably pushed me in the train tracks, bro. But what are you talking about, bro?
Yeah, it's just, you know what? I'm so, you know what it is? It's like a love-hate relationship. Because I love Liverpool so much, the amount of times I said I'm not going to watch Liverpool, I'm just going to miss it. And then it's on telly and I'm like, I'm going to tune in. And then I think, what a waste of my life. I could have been doing anything for that period of time. I know I had the same amount of enjoyment. I'm just not enjoying it at the minute. And I think, I know what you're saying about the managers. It's like when you look at Chelsea going for Liam Rosenior, it shows you the level of managers at the minute. The only managers I think I'd be happy with would be Enrique, which I can't see him leaving. And I've been Cesc Fabregas from day dot. I think Fabregas would inject something new to the team. You know what? I just want a manager that's got a style of play. I'm not asking for too much. I just want a manager that comes. You know what? Get Bielsa in. Bielsa, someone like Bielsa. Get anybody in that's got a style of play. At least you know what you're expecting. And I think that's my thing at the minute is all I hear is excuses. Why this didn't work, why Rio's not playing, why Chiesa's not playing, but you're playing Gakpo. I'm so disillusioned with football. I feel drained. I actually feel drained, mate. You know, like I can't remember the last game I watched and I enjoyed. And I think you said the other day, I'm tuning in to see what Ekatike and Wirtz can do, and that's it. That's all I'm doing now. I'm tuning in to see what them two can do, and that's it. And that's a sad state of affairs because I just got this bald fraud on the touchline. I just think, where else in the world could you be as incompetent as what Slot has been this year and still have a job? Bro, if my manager come in and said to me, like, "Oh yeah, you know, we're not gonna let you do this anymore because you're not good at it," what? No, that's not how it works. As a manager, you get the best out of your team. But I don't know. I think who would you look at manager wise if someone said to you, because I personally I think Enrique is not realistic, and I think with me I think if we get Enrique, I think he brings Kvaratskhelia with him, so that's like a pipe dream, innit? That's when you're walking around in your gown with morning wood. Pause. So yeah, who would you go for?
You know what's crazy, bro? The only manager that I think that like I would kind of be excited by is a massive risk, and it would be Fabregas. I think he's the only one that I look at because, you know, when you're talking about style of play, when I look at Fabregas, is like when he breaks things down and stuff like that. I don't really like that he gives away secrets, but he does have like about 5 or 6 different ways to play, which will probably make it harder to figure out what he's trying to do. But he looks like the type of manager that in a year or two's time is going to be that guy, and therefore bring him in now before he becomes that guy, because we'll probably end up at a Barcelona or someone, and then we won't be able to get him.
Well, this is why who else is out there? I don't want Maresca. No. Maresca's a big no from me.
No. But I mean, how do you feel about Alonso? I know he's got legacy.
I don't know. You know what? It's telling, isn't it? There's a lack of managers in the world, and there's a lack of world-class players, in my opinion, as well.
You're losing your connection.
When you look at what they play, let's see. It's this flipping workplace, you know. It's not set up for it. Is that better now?
Yeah, where you were at the beginning.
I think. Yeah. All right, I'm back there now. I think they built on a bomb shelter, you know, this place. I'm sure it is. They do not there's like nothing can get through it. Yeah, Alonso, I think is an interesting one. But would he have to change the whole team because he prefers to play with a 3 at the back or a 5 at the back? But then he does know Wirtz, he does know Frimpong as well.
What about Havertz? Mizzy saying, I mean, Xavi, I know obviously he did really well at Barca, but he's ingrained in their history. Do you think he could come to the Prem and do a job?
Do you know what it is? Because my head now, we've got a team that should be fighting for the Premier League title. When you look at the players we've got, like, in my opinion, so we need another centre back, we need a left winger, and we need a proper DM. Apart from that, our teams, there's not much I change about our team. But I just think you need somebody that comes in at, because you know what I don't want? I don't want someone like Alonso to come in and go, you know what? I don't really like Vert. Well, he likes Verts, but I don't really like Ekatike. I don't really like Kirkes, and then start again, because the players are just starting to bed in. I just want someone that knows what they're doing, you know? Like, I literally, mate, I can't think. Even with Rodgers, when Rodgers was shit and Liverpool was shit, at least he had a philosophy that he wanted teams to play. Even Hodgson, although it was diabolical football, Hodgson kind of had his morals and he stuck to them. Whereas I just feel like, I don't know what Slot's doing. You know, I feel so disillusioned at the minute. I've never felt this unsure about Liverpool.
Neither have I, bruv. Neither have I. I really have.
It's nuts. And I think now I'm 40, I've said to myself, like, I've got to get to the stage where I don't allow football to destroy my weekend, but I can't help it. Like, I've been like that for the last 20, 30 years. So it is what it is. I just have to lean into it. But it's just you know who it was I spoke to? I spoke to our friend Cleve, who said to me, like, he's not bothered about football anymore because it messed up his weekends. And I listened to it, and for the first month I was brilliant. We lost. I think we lost to Fulham. I think it was one of the games quite a while ago, and I wasn't bothered at all. And then I was like, no, I am bothered by it. I am bothered by it. And that's it. You got to lean into it. But I just don't want someone that's talking. I can't. You know the other thing, I can't trust Slot. And once the trust has gone, it's like a glass bottle. Once you break a glass bottle, you can put it back together, but it's not the same glass bottle. The trust is done. Like he spoke so much shit. Rio's got enough minutes. What do you mean he's got enough? What? I've got more minutes for Liverpool than Rio, and I don't even play for Liverpool. Where that one out? Like, it just, I don't know how we fix it, mate. I think it feels like it's rotten at the core at the minute, which is not a good place to be. But my personal preference would be Fabregas. Gerrard, I don't think is a bad option, but then I think there's a risk. I know Cal is fully Stevie G in, but I just think there's a risk of him destroying his legacy. I think because coming at a really weird time.
That's what I would worry about. Yeah. That's what I would worry about, because if he comes in and he doesn't do well, he'll get that kind of Lampard feeling where I don't think he destroyed his legacy, but now there's a little bit of a sour taste around the situation. Do you know what I mean? Whereas like Gerrard's just held in like the highest esteem ever. So it's like, but then would people give him a blight that he's taken over a shit show?
That's it. Exactly that. You know, the other thing which I was thinking the other day,
you know what I mean?
We could just reunite the whole team. So we get Alonso in as manager, Gerrard in as his assistant. Then we get Mascherano in as defensive coach. Hippier there as well. We get Fowler and Sturridge up top. Listen, just bring the old squad back. Just bring the old squad back. Let them. Fowler can teach strikers how to put the ball in the back of the net. Mascherano can teach you how to be an arsehole. If you have to punch a man when he's through on goal, do it. We're too nice.
I know if Hippier come back, you wet yourself,
bro. Mate, listen. The Finnish Maldini. If Hippier came back, I don't know what I'd do myself. I'd actually get a Liverpool shirt of Hippier in the back. Fuck it. Listen, that guy, the big Finn. I
know that's your guy.
And then we contact Matip and say, listen, Matip, mate, we need you for a season. Put the boots back on.
Bro, he's retired. We should drag him out of retirement. He'd probably do a better job.
Listen, 100. Matip is so underrated and so disrespected, but just him. He's just a funny character as well. I just think, I don't know.
Give him a month to get up to speed, innit? Bring him in. Get him a month's worth of training to bring him up to speed. I'm sure he's kept himself in shape. Do you know 100%. And then
I just think he could do a job for us. I saw a link the other day saying we might go in for a loan deal for Tony to cover the ESAC period, which I'm not against. But
bro, I pray that happens, bro.
You've always liked Tony.
Bro, Tony would, and he'd bring that fight into the squad that we don't have. We need a player who intimidates opposition, that doesn't have it, that knows how to play the dirty yards. You know the way when you're watching Arsenal now and they're just fouling and diving and doing all that dirty shit. Like not in a bad way, but Tony knows how to do that type of stuff. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
100%. And he's a finisher as well.
You can't mug him off. Do you know what I'm saying?
The only worry is the fact that he's on like 3 million every 4 days over in Saudi. So I don't know how we'd gap the bridge there, but obviously that's for the people behind the scenes to work out.
But you know the wickedest thing, you could lean on his emotion, bro, because the fact he's a Liverpool fan and it will be the highest level he's ever played at. He'd probably take a wage cut just for the loan spell to just say, like, I played for my boyhood club and the club that I love.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Now, maybe that's me being naive, but if I was on millions and millions of pounds, I'd take a pay cut for 6 months at the dream move to my dream club.
Listen, I'm pretty sure he's okay. I'm sure he's not doing like what I have to do when you get to the end of the month and you're like, right, I've got to have noodles today for the next 2 weeks. I'm sure he's comfy enough to not have to get to that stage. So
I'm sure he doesn't know exactly how much money's in his bank account like we do. You know that I know exactly how much money's in my bank account, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, so much so that you get debit has come out while in between times I've checked my bank for a minute. I'm like, the fuck that in the amount? I'm like, oh, something came out. Do you know what I mean? Like, that is how much I know what's in my bank, bro. Do you know what I'm saying?
One of them ones where you get to the last two people in Monopoly and they say you owe them. I don't know, you owe them 130 because you landed on part, then you should give them 5. Just take the 500, man. Don't worry about the change. One of them levels. You haven't got to check your bank balance. Crazy. But I think that would make sense. I do think we need a true DM as well, which is annoying because I actually think Bajcetic would be absolutely perfect, you know. But
here's another stat for you, bro. Here's another stat for you.
No, is it a negative?
Let me do these supers first because there's one with a positive. My boy Sanders in the building. Big up yourself, my G. M&S was peak, brother. I told you. But you know what? In the chat, Sander, let me know what you actually got from M&S because I'm very curious. We basically, guys, we told him anything in the breakthrough sections bangs, so just go and buy everything. So I just want to bruv, when I go in M&S,
do you know what I tried to do?
Have some serious self-control.
When he said M&S was peak, I was trying to work out who the Liverpool player was with the surname M. So I'm like, who's that? Sturridge who? I couldn't work it up. You know, you tried to play it up. I was like, yeah, no, I don't know who it is. Oh, okay, that makes sense now.
Yeah, big up Streets Approved. Big up your damn self. I don't believe in this team. I don't believe in any of them, not the players or the manager. The only person I believe in is Ekitike. Verts is not ready. Right, Streets Approved is not happy with everyone. A big up H. H is back in the building. Says Drift, this is bar for bar what Cal and some of us were saying months ago. Irrelevant. Understanding how bad Slot is compared to the last season. He is just wank now. Now I hear it, and it is a little bit easier in hindsight. And again, like I said, I don't want to play the game with the people who went earlier than me on like who's right, who's wrong. I think all of that is irrelevant. We're just all on the same page now, and the main thing is we all want the same thing for Liverpool, which is for us to get back to what we're supposed to be doing, which is winning. Yeah. But here's another stat for you, my brother. Liverpool have had 100 corners in this first half of the season. Guess how many we've scored, bro?
We scored 1. No, 2. What is it? Premier League as well?
No,
Europe as well.
Premier League. Just in the Premier
League. Okay. Yeah, just the one then. Just the one.
1 goal, Gaz.
Bro.
From 100 attempts.
Do you know what? If that was Arsenal, they'd have about 73 goals. One goal, bro. What? What?
How can you have scored 1 goal from 100 attempts?
And you know the worst thing? I saw to tally up with that? The 2 most aerially dominant defenders in the Premier League this season that have played, I think it's anyone that's played more than 10 games, is Verge and Ibu. Crazy. So how did it not translate up the other end?
This is what I'm saying.
You know what? You know what? It's just that's why that set piece manager. I don't know if you ever saw. Do you remember the lady that got arrested in America because she said she could do sign language and she didn't know sign language, but she was on all the channels doing this. Look up the story when you come off. Look up the story. She blagged it. She blagged it for the whole thing. I can't. One of the presidents or someone said something, and
the people weren't going to be able to tell she was not doing the sign language.
This is exactly it. But she had some big gigs. She had like presidential stuff and stuff like that. And she's doing and then she did hug. She did the actual hug. Yeah, I tell you, that's what this that's what this set piece man did. 100%. He must have. I don't know. He must have had a really good set piece thing he set up on FIFA, and that got him the job. Because, bro, what? 100 corners and you scored 1.
Where are we for letting in goals as well? And we like right at the top for goals conceded as well. From set pieces.
But you know what? Do you know what? I called this from ages ago. There was a game. There was a game reaction I watched, and I think I was speaking to Cal and Matt, and I said it was against Newcastle. Guess who was marking Dan Burn?
It was McAllister, I bet, innit?
Bruh. Who thought that was a good idea? If you have 2 McAllisters, one standing on the other shoulder, he's still not tall enough to mark Dan Burn. So what is? I don't get what is the reason for that? From then I realised our set piece manager is not a set piece manager, or our set piece coach is not coaching any set pieces. It doesn't make sense.
He's not.
It's just, I think with Slot though, I've got a feeling it might be something down to the contract, have to pay him out, and that's why they don't want to spend the money. But sometimes you've got to lose money to make money.
If that is the case, then bro, then it doesn't make any sense when it comes to because he's only got 1 year left. Like, remember, we didn't give him a long contract.
Yeah, we was unsure
only
to start
2 or
off
3 years we gave him, right?
I
It
think so.
wasn't a
And
super
to be
long
fair,
contract. I remember it being quite a small contract.
well, because at the same time let's be honest, he was an unknown quantity. They went off the base of what he was able to do. The one thing I will say, which I've got a bit of stick for on Twitter recently, was 100%. You can't take away from the squad and Slot the fact that we won the league, but there are external factors which I think went towards it, and Arsenal's injuries and the fact that Man City was shit definitely went towards it, and I think that helped to cover a few cracks. Plus the fact, this is the other thing I don't get. Slot was brave with his decisions. He made some brilliant tactical decisions, and now what's happened? Do you remember pre-season? Some of the football he's playing pre-season. Oh my!
Bro,
I was sitting with a pillow on my lap.
I'm saying. Is he doing it on purpose, bro?
I've got a feeling. My theory is that he's been told by the end of the season you're gone, but we'll give you to the end of the season, and now he just doesn't care. It's like the Trent effect. That's the only thing that could happen. Because pre-season, mate,
terrible from the ownership if they did though, because then he would know he can get away with whatever he wants. And
this is it.
Well, where's his pride? Where's that Dutch pride for his reputation, bro?
This is it.
Reputation is taking a massive hit right now.
Well, maybe he's happy going to West Ham or Tottenham after this. Maybe, I don't know, but I'm so confused. There's this. If you would have given me, if you'd have said to me, write down 30 things that could have happened, like 30 alternative universe that could happen after the transfer window we had, this would have been number 30. Literally would have been number 30. Because in my head, there's no way it doesn't work out. The only thing I did say is when we got Ekatike, do we need Isak now? That's the only thing I said, which has now come back. But then once again, it's hindsight as well, isn't it? But
facts, bro. Facts. It's all, and that's the thing that I was gonna say. There is a lot of hindsight going on in regards to that. Like you know what I mean? Like this and that and rah. In the summer, nobody felt like we were gonna have a bad season. Even the people who are saying they thought last year we weren't playing good football towards the end or whatever. Nobody went into this season and thought we're gonna have a bad season. Nobody did. So
Zero
like
people. That's
this is completely out of the blue how poor we've been and the situation that's going on right now. And it kind of begs the question. They've kept him in a job this long. Are they ambitious? And what was the planning behind all that money spent if it was to waste the season doing nothing?
Yeah.
Yes, those players are here for the long term because a lot of them are young, but you don't just throw away a whole season on purpose.
No. That's, you know what that is? That is like when Man United lost Beckham, lost all the people there. That's the season we're having right now, where you lose all your old guard and you've got to bring through the youngsters. I don't mind a season like that because sometimes you have to do it in transition. Not when you go and buy Wirtz. For me, I've said it from before. Wirtz is the best 10 in the world in my opinion. Hence why I didn't even include him in the conversation. I thought we had a chance to get Shirky. I didn't even think Wirtz was going to be an option because I put him on that level.
Yeah, for real.
No, I'm seeing people put Wirtz is not. I saw on Twitter today, Wirtz is not a good passer. He's not an elite passer. Like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Do you watch football? Yeah. Wirtz is not an elite passer
because he's not playing well.
But then you said it after he's had what four man in a match performances in a row, and then he has one bad game, and now he's shit again. This is why I can't deal with football fans. I can't deal with football fans. Like they're just and I'm part of it. Fickle as hell. Like and you know what? People could point and say to me when I said, "Oh, you know, I don't know if it's right for us to keep Salah. I don't know if it's time for Salah to move on." Fickle as hell. How can I say that about the guy that's done so much for us? Fickle as hell. But it's jarring, and I think a lot of people. This trouble with social media. People say stuff they might not even mean it, but they say it because they know it's going to get engagement. Which dickhead over here, this idiot here in the square box, decides to give you the engagement you want because I'm like, is this guy serious? Wirtz is not an elite passer. He hasn't got an eye for a pass. Brother, what are you watching?
I fell for that when I got dragged into the Rice is better than Gerrard bullshit. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe I've let myself be suckered and drawn into the dumbest conversation I've ever had in my entire life.
It is. You know, you look back at the tweet sometimes, it's like I can't even think. The only thing I can put it towards, I don't know if it'll get you demonetized, so I'm not going to say it, but it's one of those things like you catch a glimpse of yourself in the mirror, like, I don't know, you haven't gone barbers for a while or something, and you're like, I've let myself down. And that's exactly how I felt when I went back onto Twitter. I was like, you actually responded to this punk. You gave this punk minutes of your life.
Well, one of them
Nah.
ones where you're like, no wonder wifey hasn't moved to me. Shit. I better get to the barber.
Wait, when did I last have a shower? You know, one of them ones like when we've all been there when we're younger, and you might be talking to a girl, you might have had a bit of a barren spell, so you talk to a girl, and then after you might go around the house, you come home, and then for the next hour you're sitting home thinking, what did I just do? Why did I go there? Why couldn't no why did I not go to the gym?
Wasting everyone's time.
I should have just gone to the gym. Why did I end up here? I should have gone and played chess or something. I don't know. But it's just, I honestly don't know where we go from here. I think the biggest trouble is now I'm at a catch-22 because I want Liverpool to win. That's my ultimate. I don't care about anything else. That's all I care about. But the more we win, the more I feel like it keeps Slot's job secure. And we can have shit performances and win 1-0. But then people will say, well, he's unbeaten in 8. So how many of them games have I enjoyed? 0.6% of them games I've enjoyed.
Well, here's the thing, bro. Unbeaten in 8 is meant to be a normal standard at Liverpool. If it was 8 wins in a row, that is impressive. 8 wins in a row is impressive. But unbeaten in 8, where there's a whole load of draws in there as well, that Liverpool should always be that. That shouldn't actually be an achievement for Liverpool.
And it's not like we're playing the top 5 teams or anything. No. This is, you know what I looked at the other day? It's actually made me cry. They showed you a picture of Klopp, and then they showed you the run of the 103 points and 100 out of 105.
Yeah.
And none of us will witness it in our lives, but I didn't realize how good I had it until I'm here now.
Yeah.
And I should have made more of it. I should have been more of a
we still appreciated it at the time, but we didn't actually realize just how elite that team and the manager and bro, 103 points out of 105. That is insanity, bro.
That should be 2 league titles, really, if you think about it.
What was that what was the points drop? Was it the draw with Man City, I think, or something like that?
Yeah, I think it was it a 1-1, I think, because it showed you all you saw was a screen of green and then 1 yellow in the middle. But I just think I should have been more of a prick, to be fair, on social media when that happened. I should have been calling out people left, right, and centre, but I didn't.
It was Man U. It was the draw with Man U.
Oh, United, yes,
yeah. No, it's true, innit? Why was we humble during that time? Honestly, mate, why were we humble, bro? We should have been milking the shit out.
Listen, I should have been walking around with just
milking that shit, bro.
Listen, just the Liverpool scarf and my dick out. That's how I should have been walking around, just swinging. Out the way, please. Out the way. 103 points out of 105. That's what I should have done. Like just a Liverpool scarf. That's it. Maybe a Liverpool nipple tassel as well. That should have been it. And I'm sitting there being humble. Oh, you know, we could lose a game, bro. 103 points and 100. That should be 2 league titles. What is that form all about? Like this, just
at least we got one out of it. But I know what you mean. It's crazy though. It's crazy. Like,
but then this other thing, the first season where Klopp's not here, and Man City decide to be shit again. Bro, for the rest of the tournament, or for the rest of the times Klopp was here, Pep decided to get some AI robot generated team, and then the second he leaves, Man City decide to be shit.
Do you know?
I don't know. I think
fuming. You know,
he must be.
Klopp must sit there and think, as soon as I go, Man City fall off. What the hell? That would have been no way for Klopp easy if he just stayed.
100%. There's no way that he's not emailing Pep hate mail every single day from different email addresses. There's no way. He must be trying to get back at him, because it's just. I think at the stage I'm at now, I've said about Iraola in the past as well. For me, it's got to be Fabregas. I think getting there before, like you say, before he gets a big team, because this is what we do. We might see a player that Brighton are interested in. We think, no, we'll leave it. So Brighton pick up the player for 20 million, and then 2 seasons later, guess who goes and buys them for 80 million? Us. So we need to start being like the middleman as opposed to the receiver at the end. Pause. I think Fabregas. You know, I just think the way he's got that team ticking over. So he's got Nico, Paz, and Morata are his 2 focal points. And if you had Wirtz and Ekitike or Wirtz and Isak, and it might not replicate as well. This is the other thing I'm torn with is teams have shown against Liverpool they're just going to sit back. So the whole Como thing might not work as well in the Premier League because you've got teams sitting back. Como are a team where you expect to be able to beat them, so they've got more counter-attacking opportunities. And even with like players like Semenyo is brilliant. I just don't know if he works at Liverpool because teams don't afford Liverpool the space they afford Bournemouth. So it's one of those.
He's going City now anyway, bro. So we don't even have to worry about.
He's shit. I never liked him anyway. Drift. He's shit. Terrible player. Terrible player.
You know, the only silver lining of him going there is I pray he helps City win the title. That's it. That's the only thing I can think of, bro. Have you heard the news that we're also going to lose Gahey to City as well?
I'm not gonna lie, you know, I'm not been that sold on Gahey. If I'm 100% honest, I'm not that sold on Gahey. I think Gahey goes to Man City. I think you got Lacroix. I think is a quality player. We've also signed the young Austrian centre back as well. I don't know if you've seen about him.
Yeah, the teenager, the one who just took his GCSEs. Yeah,
he's like 2 meters for a start. But when I watched him in the I believe it was the under-17s World Cup. I tell you what, another one for the future. Hands up now. I've always appreciated defensive players. I think you said this in the past anyway.
You love your favourite player of all time is a defender, which is very rare in football.
Well, Maldini and Kappa are two of my favourites, like my top three most probably. Then you got R9 in there as well. But I love it. I think it's a dying art, and I've always played because I'm 6'5". They're like, right, you're centre back. Well, I haven't had a choice otherwise. So, but this guy looks like he could be him and Leone. Listen, Ballon d'Or winners, the two centre backs drawing for the Ballon d'Or in 2036. Putting it out there.
I definitely know what we signed. When we signed Leone, I definitely know you got more excited than everyone else for a fact.
Bro, my missus couldn't work out what was happening that night. She didn't understand it. I'm tired. I've got a headache. I said, I don't care what the excuse is. It's cold. My back's hurting. Listen, you need whatever you need to sort out. You need to go and sort out. But no. No. We are having a baby. We are having a baby, Giovanni. That was my goal. I think my finishing wasn't great on
that. I got a couple more supers here. Big up Brace. It says, glad to see you lot. Terrible time in the club, but the dynamic duo is only lacking. Matt for the stream. OG's in the house. Big up yourself, bro. He must remember the football banter days, them old school days, man. Big up yourself.
Bro, I watched the pilot. Sorry, do you remember? I watched the pilot video the other day. Bro, what was he thinking? Remember, there's 5 of us at a plastic table with white shirts and black ties.
Oh yeah. It was mad, isn't it? It was mad. That's like when you look at a picture of yourself in the 90s and you're like, Jesus, what was I wearing? Like,
how did mum and dad let me leave the house like that?
My brother sent me a picture yesterday, ironically, of us with my mum, and I had this purple hat on. And when I was younger, I remember thinking this hat was the best thing I've ever had in my entire life. Brother, I'm looking at this picture, and I'm like, what was I thinking?
Listen,
this hat is out of shape. It don't fit me properly. I'm like, I used to think I was the shit wearing this hat.
I tell you what, I know parents are there to support you, but I said to mum and dad, that's a form of child support. Some of the stuff they used to let me leave the house in, like that's crazy. Child cruelty.
Yeah.
These shorts.
Bro, partings in the afro for school day pictures. What was my dad thinking, bro? I got a parting in my afro, bro. What was he thinking, bro? I'm just like, nah, this is insanity.
If you send that to the council now, you'd be taken away from the parents. 100%. They say no. This is not the one.
I'm telling you, 90s fashion was crazy, bro. I can't believe that shit was even in fashion, bro.
Allowed.
Wirtz is a baller, but I don't get the Coutinho comparison. They are not alike, in my opinion. Coutinho can ball on the wing. Wirtz doesn't suit that, in my opinion. He's more of a 10. I do think they are quite similar, though, bro. I got to be honest with you. I do see a lot of similarities in the way they play. I think Coutinho is better. I think Coutinho's shooting and finishing is a lot better. But in terms of the way they dribble, the way they glide with the ball, I do think there are some similarities. What do you think, bro? Do you see any similarities with Coutinho?
I think the one thing that's confusing about Vert was his ball striking. It seems like he wants to caress the ball in rather than put his foot for it, which I don't know. It's the one thing I'm like, listen, I don't care if you miss the goal. Fucking larrup it. Do a Haaland. Put your foot for it, and whatever happens, happens. But apart from that, like Wirtz has brought me so much joy this season. Even when he wasn't playing well, just his little touches, his ability to find a through ball, his weight of pass for me is better than mostly everybody in our team. I think apart from, you could argue Trent, but Trent didn't have the short passing range. I think maybe apart from Xabi Alonso and Thiago, Wirtz's range of passing and his ability to pick out where the pass needs to be. So that the pass he played through for Isak, it was weighted so perfectly. Like Isak didn't need to break stride. He's just a baller. Like he's an old school baller. He's like the Rui Costa, the Rakobas. He's like them players where you're like, you know what, just go and do what you're going to do, and we'll work around you.
Yeah, when you've got a Wirtz in your team, playing a very rigid system is actually ruining Like you've kind of got to give him the freedom to do what he wants, isn't it? He's
Yeah.
that type of player where you kind of actually have to give him the freedom to just do what he wants. Not to the point where like he doesn't have to help at all unless we've got the ball.
Yeah,
Not that far.
Yeah.
But like let him be the maverick and then just let him kind of shine. Do you know what I mean? That's why you buy a player like that. That's what I can't stand about system football, bro. System football ruins individual brilliance.
Way too much.
And what's the point in football without individual brilliance? Do you get what I mean? Like, I don't get the point in it.
But, well, if we're honest, the season before we won the league through individual brilliance with Salah. So then why not do that again? I just think with Wirtz, when he was at Leverkusen, he had basically a five behind him, the 5 defense, and he had Andrich and Xhaka as the 2 holding men. Which I think if we get a proper holding man, you know who we need? If I could get any player back from any Liverpool team in this team now, don't get me wrong, Gerrard would be amazing. But if we had Fabinho in this team, everything would just tick so nicely, you know.
Yeah.
Or even a Mascherano. Personally, myself, I was
going to say, who would you rather have, Mash or Fab, if you could pick one?
I prefer Fab because I think we need the height and that kind of stuff. How you doing, mate? You all right? Okay, all good, mate. Just a fan. I think he's a Man City supporter, so I wasn't going to let him through. But yeah,
and he had the ability to pass as well, innit, Flacco? Like Flacco could actually pass. So like, yeah.
Give me 2 seconds.
Let me just hit up this last.
That's all right. I'll put the name on there anyway. Yeah, I'll put it on there. On there.
Big up players in this by rival managers to rage bait you. Virgil and Mo, for me, these man mash serious work to be getting comparisons like Gabriel. RH, nothing bothers me more than when people try and make comparisons with Salah and Virgil. And they're trying to put those two down now because they're not having the greatest of seasons when the whole team is playing poor and everyone, bruv. Any Mo or Virgil slander is just rage bait, 100%. 100% is just rage bait, without a doubt.
Flattery though, as well, isn't it? Absolute flattery when they say stuff like that, because then you know what it is. You realise that it's the pinnacle.
Virgil, imagine Gabriel being compared to Virgil.
But then you know what it is as well.
Are you mugging me off?
But you know what it is? It's because it's a comparison between their players, isn't it? So Gabriel to them is their Virg, but he's not on Virgil's level, which just shows the levels. It just shows the levels. When you're talking about Saka, I think Saka's a brilliant player, but he's not. He's different to Salah. He doesn't do what Salah does. So when you say he's on the same level as Salah, it's because to you he is, because that's what have you seen before him? You've got nothing else to go by. So it's a form of flattery, I think.
You've got to overprop him, because if your best player isn't even close to someone else's, then your team doesn't look good. So you've got to exaggerate how good you think your players are. Saka
100%.
is a good player, and that's it. He's just a good player. All this world-class, best winger in the world, do me a favor. And you want to know what? Imagine if he was. That would back up what we're saying about the state of football right now. If Saka is the best right winger in football, that just says everything about the state of football, bro. Just, you know what I mean? In a nutshell. So, you know what I mean? It is what it is, man. It is what it is. But, bro, I have no idea how we get out of this problem, but we've got to try and get out of it, because the rest of the season can't be like this, man. It just can't. It can't be like this, man. That something has to be done. And I don't know what's going to be done, because I don't see them getting rid of the manager. I don't see them getting rid of the manager. And I think for me, that's the thing that's worrying me more than anything right now, people, is I don't see them getting rid of the manager. I'm worried. I'm worried, man. I am worried. But people, I'm going to wrap it up there. I'm not sure if Gaz... I'm guessing he's at work, so he's probably just doing something. But people, it's been an absolute pleasure having you guys join me for this one. I appreciate you guys, as always. You know that. I wanted to keep this under an hour. But people, if you're watching afterwards as well in the comments, let me know, man, what you think could be done, how you think we can improve. What are your feelings on Slot and the whole situation? Chat, I've appreciated the interaction. It's been brilliant. Big up you guys. Loads of good comments, and all the super chats as well. Never ever go unappreciated, people. Big up yourselves, man. Always. And you know what, Sander, brother, I'm so glad you got to experience M&S while he's in England, bro. If you haven't already, please, before you leave. Oh no, maybe you've already left. Shit, you might have already gone. What I should have said though, because it's just coming to me now, M&S Victoria sponge cake. That's the one that I should have, like, without a doubt, made sure you got. and they've got, I know this is the craziest name, but they have a birthday. It's called the Birthday Yum Nut. I know that is the craziest name ever, especially in this pause culture. But if you haven't gone home yet, bro, yeah. But if you have, then if you apologize, I should have thought about the time. But I'm sure you had everything. And them cookies, for real, them cookies from M&S, they absolutely slap on a whole nother level. Ah, shit, just today, yeah. Sorry, bro. I should have thought. It's just coming to me now, like the main things. But you know what? I'm sure you'll be back again, bro. I'm sure you will. But yeah, people, I know yours is laughing at Yum Nut. I'm not gonna lie, it's a crazy name. It's a crazy name. It really is. Where would that be, G? Where would that be? You saying you can get them here now? Whereabouts, bro? H is just. Have you tried carrot loaf cake? No, I don't think I have. I don't think I have. You know what's crazy? I'll be honest with you, H. Yeah, I love carrots, as in like if I'm having my dinner and they're part of my vegetables, like I love carrots. I'll eat carrots all day. But I'm not really a fan of carrot cake, and I don't know why. I have no idea. I know that's almost like a contradiction, but yeah, I think I like to just eat carrots when I'm having like savory dinner, kind of when I'm having something sweet. Not really. So like I don't really like carrot juice either. And yes, I know I'm damaging my black reputation, but I don't like carrot juice. I'm not a fan of it. But I love carrots when I'm eating dinner, so it's weird. It's very weird. Oh, Costco. Oh, okay. They do. Ah, okay. Well, at least you get to try them, my G. At least you get to try them. Big up Mizzy says M&S Bites Tub Selection is dangerously addictive. Bro, everything from M&S is, but big up self. Mizzy knows about the snacks as well. Louis says yum and nut in the same sentence. I don't know what the marketing team at M&S was thinking. I really don't. Obviously, they don't know about pause culture, so they don't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? The cream cheese frosting tastes like the one from the Terran Share from. Oh, okay. Yeah, the Terran Share that bangs on a whole nother level, man. No, G, I've had it, bro. Trust me, bro. I've had it. I've had Jamaican carrot juice. It just doesn't. I don't know, man. If I'm gonna have any juice from the homeland, then I'm having Guinness Punch. You know what I mean? Like, the carrot. I don't know what it is. I don't think it's disgusting. It's just not my thing. Like, it's one of the last things on the list that I will actually. It's just one of the last things I'd ever have. Do you know what I mean? So, so maybe for you, it's like the equivalent of when people put pineapple on a pizza. I think pineapple on a pizza is psychotic. I don't know what people are doing when they put pineapple on a pizza. That is madness. Absolute madness. But you know what, guys? Remember I told you, for the new year, I'm going to be starting my show, Top 10. When that show starts, we'll get into all of this stuff, guys. When we do the snacks top 10, the biscuit top 10, the food top, like we'll get into all this and we'll have plenty of time to chop it all up, man. So I'm looking forward to that one. But people, it's been an absolute pleasure. As I said, man, big up your damn selves. I know this was an impromptu stream as well. I wasn't sure when I was going to do this one. So big up to everyone who jumped in on a one spontaneous thing as well and giving your time on a Friday evening. It's love as always, man. Guys, we will be back obviously with a preview tomorrow for the Fulham game, and then we'll be back for the Fulham game. And for all of you guys who follow me on Big Up, I will be doing the Arsenal game tomorrow. I don't know why I'm going to put myself through that misery away at Bournemouth. I know they're going to smash the shit out of them, but I will be doing that one. So yeah, come and join me for that one, guys, tomorrow, 5:30 on my Big Up channel. Let me just put the link in the chat just in case there's a few people who don't know how to find it. Where are we? So here is the link to my Big Up channel, guys. Make sure you come and join me tomorrow for that one. And then I should be doing the Man City Chelsea game as well on Sunday on my Big Up channel. Plus the Egypt game is on Monday, if I'm not mistaken. So we'll be on Mo Watch on Monday. So plenty football coming your way on Big Up, guys. Make sure you're there for all of it. Link is in the description right now for the, let me pin that to the top. Oh no, so I almost banned myself. What kind of stupidness is that? But yeah, people, link in the chat, link in the description. Profile Drift, do you like frozen lasagna? I'm having it now. No, I don't think I've ever had frozen. I mean, I've had lasagna, but I'm guessing obviously you just made it and froze it. I love lasagna. It's just dangerous for me now because I'm lactose, so I've got to be very careful with the cheese. Critical says Rochester rum and raisin, non-alcoholic. Oh, okay. I'll have to look out for that, my G. Big up for that, man. Always looking for the recommendations, man. But yeah, apologies for anyone who might just be jumping in now. We are leaving right. I am leaving right now. But again, guys, like I said, link in the chat for my big up channel, football all weekend. And obviously, if there's any pressing matters on KOP-ISH, we will be going live with those. Tomorrow, preview for the Fulham game over on KOP-ISH as well, people. And obviously, we'll be doing the Fulham game on Sunday on KOP-ISH big up channel as well, people. So enjoy the rest of your Friday, my peeps. Love as always. Pleasure to have you lot with me. And I will catch you on the flip side, people. Until next time. I'm out of here, my peeps. Peace!